All right, so last night's Monday Night Raw kicked off with a new intro video. Then I saw Kevin Owens coming down to the ring with a cowboy hat, wearing it sideways, as he introduced his best friend, Seth Rollins. The announcers then ran down the card as the KO show was here with special guest, the Alpha Academy. Owens said that he and Rollins had yet to get a spot at WrestleMania, and they'd do so by winning the tag team championships. Owens said that people were wrong if they thought that his disdain for Texas would distract him from winning the tag titles. Not even Texas legends like JBL and Shawn Michaels could distract him. He angrily stomped on his cowboy hat. Rollins then reminded him that they were not in Texas tonight, and he introduced their guest, the Alpha Academy. Fonzie said, "You talk about BTE? There's nothing to talk about on BTE. They announced an LA show. Cool." Owens said that Otis's chair was reinforced. Chad Gable thanked them for inviting them on the show. Owens noted how weird it sounded anytime Gable said, "Thank you," or should I say, "Thank you." Gable didn't think it did, though. Gable noticed that he's been hearing a lot of asses making a lot of ass-umptions about the tag titles. Gable put over his intelligence and insulted Ohio State University, which got a ton of heat from the crowd. Gable said it was ridiculous that Owens and Rollins got themselves added to the tag title match, and they were so obsessed about being at WrestleMania. This is pathetic. And I saw some people complaining, going, so we had Rollins and Owens versus the Alpha Academy last night in a non-title match. Why aren't the number one contenders getting a title match? Because they're not technically the number one contenders. They won a match against the number one contenders to get added, making a triple threat. It's not like they're number one contenders and they're just waiting to get their shot. But we did get a 12-minute, 45-second match or so. It was Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeating the tag team champions. Owens made a hot tag early and gave Gable a frog splash off the apron to the outside, but Otis ran him over. Gable worked over Owens until Owens hit an enziguri. Rollins tagged in and hit a sling blade. Otis at one point gave Owens a Vader bomb, and Gable followed this up with a moonsault, but Rollins broke up the pin. Rollins then took out Otis with a dive, and gave Gable a buckle bomb. Owens followed this up with a stunner. Rollins finished him off with the curb stomp. Bada bing, bada boom. Pick up the pinfall victory. The challengers defeat the champions. That was a really fun match. And the crowd was really, really, really behind Rollins and Owens. It's like baby faces. There's a video package followed by an interview. Omos mentioned that all of the teams he has dominated over the past year, as well as AJ Styles. He said T-Bar would be his biggest opponent to date. I mean, size-wise, yes, but you beat him in 30 seconds. It was like a 30, 40-second match. Omos attacked T-Bar during his entrance, dragged him to the ring, hit him with a tree slam, and there we go. Bada bing. It's over. So next up, we had a 6-woman tag team match. Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and Liv Morgan against Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch, Doudrop, and Nikki ASH. Match went 12 and a half minutes. Before the match, Nikki and Doudrop did a promo about their upcoming 6-woman tag. Nikki called herself a hero, and Doudrop said she was just fine being a villain. Becky would then show up and said that she was happy to team with Doudrop despite their recent issues because they were both willing to do whatever it took to win. The match started off, and it was kind of weird. Well, not weird, but whatever. It looked like it was going to be Becky and Bianca, and then Becky tags out. And Bianca tags out. And then they keep, like, tagging in and whatever, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? They're trying to... Hold on. They're trying to, what's it called? Bide for time, as some would say. Stall. So... once everything started going, Belair and Ripley gave Doudrop a double vertical suplex, and Morgan wiped out all 3 opponents with a dive. At one point, Lynch, Doudrop, and Nikki traded tags and worked over Bianca. Lynch specifically used Bianca's hair as an advantage, tied her up in the ropes. Belair tagged in Ripley at one point, though, eventually. Ripley was all over Lynch and tried to pin her, but Doudrop broke up the pin. At one point, Belair got back in and went for a handspring, but Lynch yanked her out of the ring. Morgan hit Lynch with a suicide dive. Everyone traded big moves until Belair had Nikki pinned, but Lynch broke up the cover, again going for the braid. Belair responded by whipping Lynch repeatedly with said braid, and I'm just sitting here going, should be a DQ. It really should be a frickin' DQ. And Becky even says it after the match. You can hear Becky faintly yelling, "That's an illegal weapon! That's an illegal weapon!" So I do hope that they do set something up for this match where either Becky says, "I'm not fighting you with the braid in," or "I'm not fighting you unless that is considered an illegal weapon and you will be DQ'd for using it. But, because hold on. You guys need to, if you guys haven't seen what happened, Becky after this brutal assault. So, back to the finish of this match really fast. Belair whipped her. Becky was selling it hard on the ramp, and it looked like it hurt. That first shot sounded like a gunshot went off. And they welted up quick. Nikki then tried to roll up Belair while Becky watched. Belair kicked out, hit the KOD, and picked up the victory. But hold on, you need to see. Let me go to WWE, Becky Lynch. Let's see. Where is it? Let's see. Becky Lynch. There we go. Why is it not wanting to load? There it is. Okay. Becky posted this. She stated, WWE first tweeted it stating, Becky Lynch, WWE, got a WrestleMania preview tonight on Raw, courtesy of Bianca Belair. Becky would respond by saying, this is not a WrestleMania preview. This is the barbaric use of an illegal weapon. At WrestleMania, I was going to beat you, but now I will beat the shit out of you and then beat you. But let's pull this picture up one more time. This is the first shot right here. You could tell because it's the most, deep, and that was the loudest sounding shot. But she's got more here, the arm, and we didn't even see her back because Bianca ripped off about 6 just on her back as well. So, oofa. Also, next up, we did have Tommaso Ciampa versus Robert Roode. But I wanted to read you guys something from Ciampa's Instagram really fast because Ciampa got new music last night, and Ciampa stated the following. Let's address the elephant in the room. Personally, I like the new music. More importantly, I love the message, fight to survive. It resonates with me on a deeper level. We all face our own struggles in life, obstacles we must overcome. We all have our own fight. Whether that's a battle with mental health, cancer, a physical disability, self-doubt, or anything else, we must always choose to, quote, fight to survive. Over the past few years, I've become far more active with charities and nonprofits like Give Kids the World Village. The pandemic has swept the nation. And to be quite honest, with the current state of things, I'd much rather spread a message like, quote, fight to survive than, quote, no one will survive. I sure as heck would rather teach my daughter that lesson. I've been in this business for 17 years now. My platform has never been bigger than it is right now. My moment is now, literally and metaphorically. And every day I choose to, quote, fight to survive. So that's just basically Ciampa's saying, hey, don't hate on the theme. It's got a great message. It's got a great message. So there wasn't really much to this match. It went 2.5 minutes long. Ciampa needs Ziggler off the apron before beating Rude with a schoolboy. That's about all you could say. After the match, Rude attacked Ciampa from behind, and Ziggler followed with a super kick. Ziggler grabbed a mic and issued a warning to Tommaso Ciampa and Braun Breaker, that is, ahead of their tag team match tomorrow night on NXT, which is actually technically tonight on NXT. Tonight on NXT, it will be the Dirty Dogs against the team of NXT champion Braun Breaker and Tommaso Ciampa. Next up, we had a 1:45 mixed tag team match where this just nobody here worked well together. All I gotta say is Reggie pinned Tozawa with his little flippin' senton thing. Then after the match, Dana Brooke gave Reggie a big old smoocher kiss. Byron was very excited, stating, "Love is in the air." Well, why didn't you do this on the Valentine's Day episode? Then, on the outside, Tozawa wanted a kiss, so he's sitting there. And so, well, Tamina gave him one. And Tozawa acted love-struck and changed his Twitter photo to him getting a kiss from one there, Tamina Snuka. In the back, Kevin Patrick interviewed the Street Profits. Montez Ford said that they beat RK Bro tonight. They'd find themselves next in line for the tag team titles. Angelo Dawkins referred to Seth Rollins as Dr. Eggman. The announcers then gave us an update regarding Madison Square Garden show. Brock will still defend his title. Bobby Lashley still under concussion protocol, so they're not sure if he's going to compete there. Bobby ain't going to be there. Just tell him. No, it's not Bobby Lashley. Next up, Rey and Dominic entered the ring and issued a warning to both Miz and Logan Paul. Miz then came out and recapped their entire career before boasting about joining forces with Paul last week. He called that they called that a career highlight. Miz noticed a few cheers last week and wondered if they were finally getting the respect that he deserves. Kyle then chanted, "You suck." Miz talked forever before the Hurt Business came out, and I did feel like it's went a little long. Edge kept Miz kept on talking and talking and talking and saying the same things like 2 or 3 times. Very weird. We had the Hurt Business against the Mysterios here. Dominic posted Benjamin, but Miz grabbed him by the foot as he tried entering the ring. Ray chased Miz off, but the distraction allowed Benjamin to roll up Dominic and pick up the victory. Cool thing here is Shelton and Ray first wrestled on television 19 years ago when Benjamin was part of Team Angle. I think it was Team Angle versus Ray and Billy Kidman on a SmackDown. But I saw the stat of they first wrestled each other 19 years ago, and then I went back and tried to find it. I think it was Ray and Billy Kidman versus versus Team Angle on a SmackDown. Give me 1 second, guys. I just got a message with a link that I need to check. Okay, nothing there. Byron, you're about to get banned for false information. First off, March 11th is a Friday. And I don't even know why I'm addressing this. Your comment couldn't be any falser and faker. Just saying. Just saying. Your comment there on Braun Strowman couldn't be any falser and faker. So, Riddle told Randy Orton, who was coloring in his coloring book and trying to stay in the lines to stay focused, he hasn't been able to focus since last week and wasn't sure if it was because he got stomped or because he put the high in Ohio. Orton thought that he seemed just fine and even referred to Riddle as a friend. Orton was ready to kick ass. Riddle was happy that they were on the same page. We got some clips from SmackDown with Naomi and Sasha Banks challenging for the women's tag titles. Then we got Queen Zelina and Carmella. Carmella said, watch a reality show, which I haven't watched it, but apparently they're really short episodes. And the two that got uploaded yesterday didn't even do 200,000 views. At least as of earlier this morning when I checked. People don't care about Corey and Carmella on their softcore porn. Anyways. Again, Queen Zelina told Carmella that she watched a reality show and said all they talk about is sex. Carmella said if Zelina thought that was something, just wait and see what happens when they retain the titles at WrestleMania. She planned on celebrating with her fiance in the ring. Live sex celebration. And I go, are you fucking kidding me? And they never said Corey Graves either, which is very weird. She just said my fiance. She never said Corey, which is weird. We had Street Profits versus Randy Orton and Riddle. This match went about 8.5 minutes. And I don't know, but the finish was not what was supposed to be the finish, and I hope Orton didn't get hurt. So not much happened early on in the match, but after a break, Riddle wiped out Dawkins before Ford hit Orton with a frog splash. Ford then took his time to make the cover as Orton slowly rolled to the ropes. I think he was supposed to try and get his feet on the ropes. Ford made the cover. Dawkins kind of pushed the foot off the ropes, but the foot never actually made it to the ropes, and the ref counted 3. I don't know what happened here, but afterwards, Randy Orton was just either he's a great seller or he was really hurt. You see the referee and wrestlers checking on Orton while going along with the result. Orton was grabbing his shoulder after the splash, and I just hope Randy didn't get hurt. Haven't heard anything overnight since. Owens and Rollins did another quick interview where Owens insulted Dallas yet again. We also got a video. Veer Mahan is coming to Raw. Since Saturday, I wouldn't call that cheating. No. I mean, I wouldn't call it playing completely fair, but I wouldn't call it cheating. Melvin Benton says, what's the name of the new show on WWE's YouTube channel? It's called Corey and Carmella. Straight up, it's just called Corey and Carmella. Boston Theory was with Vince McMahon in his office and spoke about McMahon going on the Pat McAfee show. Theory said it would be McMahon's first sit-down interview in 20 years, and the last time he did one, he slapped the paper out of the interviewer's hand. Not true. 2014, live interview on the WWE Network, Stone Cold Steve Austin. He was interviewed by Stone Cold on the WWE Network. Live. So it was not his last live interview. Theory wondered if something like that would happen here and offered to be there with McMahon. McMahon said that it wasn't that kind of interview. I don't know what that means by not that kind of interview, though. Very interesting. Very weird, too. We then had the U.S. title on the line. Finn Balor challenging Damian Priest in an 11-minute match. Balor hit a flip dive, and they went to break like a minute in. They had a pretty good striking exchange here, but Balor missed a coup de grace. Priest then followed this up with a clothesline. Balor followed with a roll-up for a 2, and Priest came back with a sit-out chokeslam for a near fall. Balor reversed the reckoning into a headlock elbow drop, hit a shotgun dropkick and the coup de grace to pick up the victory and become the new WWE United States Champion. After the match, Priest grabbed the mic and said that the fans carried Balor to the win here. And I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? The fans carried him to the win. What does that even mean? Priest said that the fans never gave him the respect despite all of his success. What? These fans at one point loved you over the last year. Weird heel turn here. All you fans promo. Priest told Balor he planned on winning the title back. The crowd's motivation wouldn't be enough. Balor got in Priest's face and Priest decked him. Priest then chucked Balor out of the ring and gave him a razor's edge on the announce table, which didn't break. Crowd then booed and he said, "Yeah, I'm the bad guy. That's right." I didn't get this at all. Like, I get the heel turn, and we've seen the semblances of it coming, but just the way they did it didn't make sense. The fans carried you to victory. Why? Did they distract you with all their cheering? I think on our main event segment, it was Edge and AJ Styles. Another heel turn, back to back. Edge said that it's time to see who he's going to face at WrestleMania. He begged and pleaded for somebody to come out stating, quote, "What's happened to this place?" The music of AJ Styles hits, and Edge gets the biggest smile on his face. Styles makes his way into the ring, looks at Edge, and says, "I accept." Edge says that he was thrilled because this is a match that he's wanted for so long, a match he knows Styles has wanted for so long, and a match that he knows that all these fans have wanted to see for so long. He said, "But I want AJ Styles, the Bulldog. I don't want the one that played tag team with Omos over the last year. I don't need Omos's bitch." Styles was caught off guard by that remark. Edge offered a handshake and instead decked Styles. Edge hammered away at Styles, but Styles did fight back. Edge avoided a phenomenal forearm and then kicked Styles right in the gut. I mean, the nuts. Gut, nuts, all the same region, but no, kicked him in the nuts. Edge mounted Styles and hammered away even more as the crowd booed louder and louder. Edge then grabbed 2 chairs and set it for a concerto. Edge put the second chair down and then realized, "What am I doing? I shouldn't do this," and dropped it. He then looked at the crowd, looked all around, grabbed the chair, what a boom! Smashed Styles' head. He then realized, "Oh crap, what did I just do?" And then did it again. So the show goes off the air after Edge smashed AJ with a concerto twice. Heel turns in back-to-back segments too. Very interesting as well. So, yeah, that was last night's Monday Night Raw.